think we'll get right into it. Welcome back to another episode of the Standard Drink Podcast with your host Bo and Brendan.
I keep on fucking forgetting you press record before fucking everything starts.
Yeah, well, I have to because I have to walk from the computer to over here. It's not like it's all just.
You need to get a remote or something.
I don't know if the remote work. Well, it's through OBS, man. So I don't know if it works through the camera and that. If I could hit record, that would make it a little bit easier.
I thought you would have been testing this shit.
Not really. I'm sort of like comfortable with doing it like that because then it gives me a few minutes to sort of like just cut out, have that little bit of banter, make sure everything's working, then get straight into it.
Yeah, but with how we got it set up, we've pretty much figured out that everything works. The only time that it doesn't is, well, when I accidentally tip over the table.
Yeah, which hopefully we don't have to do again anytime in the future. So yeah, I mean, again, welcome back to the
I forgot
podcast.
You had something planned for today.
I actually couldn't get the stuff for it.
Thank fuck.
All right. I don't know if I want to tell you or leave it for another episode.
I'll leave it.
I want to leave it for another episode because
it's always better when it's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Well, if you kind of gathered, we've got, good old Budweiser, the king of the beer, as they proclaim, and Coors, which is the crisp, refreshing lager born in the Rockies. This is obviously for our American brethren, which is,
4th of July.
Well, for them, it's the 3rd of July, but by the time this hopefully gets out, it's the 4th of July for them.
But so, honestly, American beer, all it is fucking water.
Exactly. Well, yeah, of course it's water. I've had it before, man, and I remember a couple of years ago, I was at a bar with a friend, and he got a Budweiser. I was like, oh, give it a try. I'm like, all right. Oh, what the fuck?
And I was like, where's the alcohol?
Yeah, pretty much. So I think it's time for us to rightfully crack. So we got, obviously, the Coors, which is on the table that's closest to us. Oh, we got the Budweiser that's right in front of us. Which one do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the King, or do you want to start with the Rockies?
Any, meeny, miny, mo, catch a bitch by her toe. If she hollers, let him go. Let her go. Any, meeny, miny, mo.
Okay, we'll start with the Budweiser.
Catch a bow by the toe.
All right. So, an Australian tries American beer. Oh.
God help me.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm like? Well, me and Bo, yes, we like the odd beer every now and then, but let's be honest, we're straight liquor kind of guys.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, bottoms up.
Cheers. Flavored water.
Pretty much. That is,
Flavored water.
Jesus.
All right, what is it?
It's 1.2.
Yeah, flavored water.
Oh. Wait, where does it say that? Does it actually say it on the bottle?
You said 1.2 just then.
Yeah. That's like a standard beer.
No, I'm looking for alcohol strength.
Oh,
4.5.
Yeah, that's a full strength beer.
That's a full strength beer. It does not taste like a full strength beer.
No, but because what's full strength here, which is your Carlton Drafts and your VBs.
Yeah, and then you get your Crownies, which are 5s.
Yeah, they're still full strength. Full strength and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it tastes like flavored water. Whereas if Aussie beer, you have a sip of beer, well, you know it's fucking beer.
Yeah, well, even like your light beers also still taste like beer. This is
water, flavored water,
pretty much. And I reckon. Funny enough, I've got a feeling because these are actual 1 standard drinks, or they're
1.2s.
No, I'm talking about the Coors.
Oh, the Coors.
I think they're going to be like 1.1s.
Give me a lookie.
And something I've got a feeling like this is going to be even more flavored water.
Yeah, 1.1 for Coors.
And what's the alcohol volume?
4.2.
That's a full strength again.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it just reaches full strength. It's maybe a mid strength.
Nah, full strength. Mid strength's like 3.8 to 4.
Okay, yeah. But Jesus Christ, all right.
So here we are with our nice bottles of water.
Yeah, king of the beer. And I think I wouldn't say Australian beer is the best, but I'd say maybe your German beers or something.
German beers and Japanese beers are also bloody good.
I would say definitely not king of the beer. It'd be like a commoner among folk.
This is the sort of stuff that college kids get pissed off and think they can drink.
Oh, what the fuck is that? It's just got a weird aftertaste. Like, a very sudden aftertaste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like bitter straight at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. It's for like that half a second you get like a real
Strong bitter taste.
Yeah, and then it sort of cedars out straight afterwards. Yeah. But I can see why, like, you know, this is like one of the most popular beers in America because it's just, you can punch away so many of these and not realize how much you've drunk.
Yeah, with me, my worst experience on American beer was Hun Ice.
Okay.
30-can slab.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that story.
That ended me projectile vomiting for about a meter and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the cleanup.
All right, so how do you want to start this? Do you want to actually just get in some like, you know, news and all that kind of stuff that's happened over like the last 2 weeks, or do you want to
get onto what you really want to talk about?
Actually, that's the thing, because I've got like there's 2 things I want to talk about, which is the stories about what happened to me last Sunday, and just a random story that I thought of, and I think
something happened to you last Sunday. What the fuck?
My shoulder.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Yeah, so that's the reason why, like, you know, there was no episode last week was because Saturday night I was working. Nothing strenuous or anything. I get out of the venue as it closes, and I feel a tweak in my shoulder. I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel good. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I get in the car, drive home, still like pinchy. It's like, oh, whatever. I go to bed, go to sleep. I wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I've only had about like 4 hours of sleep. Just pain throughout my shoulder. Just could not move my arm or anything.
And yes, him having only about 4 hours sleep, I can function, not very well, but I can function. He's the type of guy that sleeps for like 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah,
average.
Pretty much. Yeah, so the whole day I was just pretty much on, you know, ibuprofen, painkillers, and
with me the best part was you putting the heat pack on your arm instead of where the actual muscle tension was.
Well, because I didn't know where it was, because all the pain was coming from my shoulder. I haven't experienced something like that before, so I was just going directly where the pain was.
Yeah. So he was putting the heat pack on the top of his arm, whereas the muscle that was actually making it hurt so much was going from
pectoral sort of area.
Yep, pectoral. So, and all the way to the joint. The shoulder joint.
Yeah.
And that's why I was pulling the muscles on his arm and making it hurt.
Yeah.
Until I turned around and said, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Well, again, that's the first time I've had to experience something like that. Because then it wasn't until like the next morning when I actually woke up. Then I felt where it was coming from.
No, you woke up and saw me and was like, okay, this is what's going on.
Yeah, well, the next day, on the Monday, you know, oh, no, okay, now I know where the pain's coming because I can feel how tight the muscle hit was.
I did point it out to you, though.
Yeah, you did. So I went and got a remedial massage, took some painkillers, took some magnesium, and I was just out of commission for the whole day.
I got home at, 6 o'clock, and I was like, oh, yeah, he said he was going to, like, hopefully feeling better, going to record at 6 o'clock, him.
Pretty much.
Me, I cooked dinner. Get your fucking ass up. You need to eat.
Yeah, and my response was, man, I'm too drugged out to do anything. I just went, oh, yeah. It walks off, then I'm just go back to sleep.
Literally, I kid you not, about 3 minutes later, what I hear straight away after waking him up.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we didn't record, because I happened to pull an injury out of nowhere. So at this rate, we're pretty much going like by month, like, no. Every once a fortnight.
Right now, I know we've just been.
Yeah, it's just too many unfortunate circumstances every time.
Yeah, shit just keeps on happening. Well, thank Christ you can.
Yeah, so that's it. So hopefully next Sunday, we actually record, you know, and we actually break this cycle.
Yeah, like I really wish we could get back into the Mondays, Tuesdays, because that way I can at least spend the day with a partner, and then Monday set everything up.
Yep.
I watch a whole bunch of news and crap, and so I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we were always good on Mondays, because that way, all that day, I could, like, listen to all my podcasts, listen to everything.
Yeah.
Get caught up, and then it's like, okay, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But because it's just, like, finish doing work, and then if I don't spend the day with Gil, I will be castrated, so.
Yeah. Okay, so, and I want to say, okay, I'm going to build this story for this one because I've actually been dwelling on this one for about a week or so because it just.
I know.
No, you don't know.
Oh, different one.
This is a different one. So,
Little fucking.
okay, so I'm going to ask you a few questions first. Very simple, yes or no questions, basic answers to them. Have you ever had someone call the police on you?
I refuse to answer that question.
All right. Have you ever had an inanimate object called the police on you?
Fuck no.
I have.
Alexa?
No. A toilet.
What the fuck? No.
No. I shit you not.
What the fuck?
Okay, so let me set the scene. So I'm going to work, and I get to work, and I park outside of work. And I'm like, I don't want to go in because I need to go piss.
Yep.
And I'm like, I can't just go into the thing because it's still like another 20, 30 minutes until I need to start. So I'm looking around to find a toilet, and then I see one of those cubicle toilets, basically one of those real fancy ones in that you have in the city where it's like a big private toilet, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of those ones. So I walk up to it, I press the button, it opens up. I walk in, close the door behind me, unzip my pants, and I literally just start pissing. Next thing you know, all I hear is alarm starts blaring, and it goes, I can't remember what it exactly said. It's like, something, there is an error or there's an issue, and we are contacting police. You have 10 seconds. Or we'll be contacting the police in 10 seconds. 9, 8. And I'm just going, shit! And I'm just,
Clench.
I powered piss my way, and I'm just like, press the door, and I just run out of the toilet and run straight back into my car. I'm like, fuck.
What the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck happened. I just walked in, closed the door behind me, started pissing, and then the toilet decides to try and call the police on me.
I love this city, but fuck, it's weird sometimes.
It is so weird. Like, yeah, so there are toilets in the city that will call the police on you. Obviously I don't know what caused it to happen. It just...
I don't know. You don't have your pedo mustache anymore, so...
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I don't see any reason for it to do it.
It's just...
If you still had it, it'd be more understandable.
Yeah, like you think I'm going to drag a fucking kid in there with me? Ooh,
There's a reason why it's called a pedo mustache.
Yeah, well, that's why it's gone now.
Thank Christ.
I like it for like a couple of days, and then he always brings up, you look like a pedo. I'm like, fuck off.
There's a reason why it's called a pedo stash.
Other people say it's a porn star mash. I'm like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you're too hairy for that one.
Yeah. Look at Ron Jeremy, mate.
Yeah, but you're not as blessed.
Yeah, that's true. All right, okay. So enough with the stories for now. Obviously, we'll come back to stories at the end of the episode. So we'll get straight into some news topics. I think the one I want to start with is obviously,
you've been waiting a week and a bit to talk about this one.
I'll come back to that one. I want to talk about, Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Mr. Dad's America, zippity boppity boopy guy.
Yep. Cleared of charges.
Well, yeah. In the eyes of the law from the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, he's no longer a sexual predator.
Yeah, he'll be going to a different court, or he'll be going to Supreme.
Well, it was the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania.
So more than likely he'll go to a different state.
Unless he committed the crimes outside of a state and then gets charged by that state, because the charges were brought against him in Pennsylvania.
Oh, radio.
Yeah, it's the same thing as if I got charged in New South Wales but I'm living in Victoria, I would just be extradited to it, but I have to commit the crime in New South Wales.
Yeah, I'd extradite you myself.
Yeah, so that was a big shock because, the fact that, the first trial that he went to ended in a hung jury, and then the second one convicted him, then he was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment, and he chose not to appeal it because he's like, not to appeal and serve his sentence, even though he's a free man, he didn't do anything wrong, and then obviously, then he went to appeal it, and then... Because I read into it, it's so weird because apparently what it was that the previous district attorney promised not to charge Bill Cosby for criminal offences if he was going to testify in the deposition for the civil cases. and then what happened was then then the new DA took over or something like that. Then they took him to trial, and then they used his depositions from the civil case against him in the criminal trial.
So pretty much they went completely back on what they said.
Well, the thing was as well though is apparently the new DA or whoever it was turned around and said like his predecessor, he made the promise to him like that he wouldn't charge him or prosecute him or anything like that. But apparently there's nothing in writing. It was all about I swear this is what he said. So there's no writing, there's no proof that any of this actually happened. But, obviously that was enough for the Supreme Court to turn around, or the Pennsylvania Supreme Court to turn around and go, yeah, you know what? You're free to go and you're expunged of all your crimes and you're no longer a sexual predator.
Yeah, I'm a little iffy on that one.
Yeah, because, whether it did happen, obviously, because in the eyes of the law, it did happen. Because he was found guilty in that. And it is so weird. But again, I can see how he got away with it as well because he had money.
Yeah.
He could have spent millions and millions to keep this going, basically, and he wouldn't bat an eye at it. And the fact that if you're only the only client of a lawyer,
I don't think he's really got that much money left. I mean, he would have spent all his bloody funds from when he was actually well known.
Well, you got to think as well, he was the biggest sitcom, actor of the 80s and 90s, one of the biggest stand-ups, one of the, big movies, and also
he hasn't properly worked for fucking decades.
but he's still got money though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And you got to think he's also still got all those money royalties for his endorsements.
Oh yeah, all the royalties and shit.
The whole pudding pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, a lot of people are sort of split down the middle with it when it comes to it. Some people are like, how dare he, get out of this, and other people are like, finally a free man, walks free, basically. And it's just, I don't know where to sit on it.
I'm smack bang in the middle myself on that.
Yeah. Because I look at it like, you were found guilty by the eyes of the law, so I have to, go with that. I can't really, because I don't know much about, the whole thing itself.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, I didn't witness it or anything like that. But obviously, the people who made the complaints against him, still to this day are adamant that it happened to him. They haven't reneged on that whole thing.
Yeah, their stories haven't changed.
Yeah. But it is just really unfortunate for the people who, who claim that these actions did happen to them. The fact that it wasn't just one or two people, it was multiple women. And that's the thing.
Yeah,
so,
it was too many people saying the same story to make it
very similar,
Yeah, it was
roofing their drinks or the pudding pops. If it was up to me, if it was him, it was like, oh, here's a pudding pop. Zippity boppity boopy.
Yeah, too many people saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not plausible for it not to be fact.
Yeah, but why I'm also on the fence about it is because it's sort of something that just happened so many years ago, and it is that hearsay sort of thing. It's he said, but
yeah, because it's based 20 plus years ago.
Okay, so I think the accusations came before. Yeah, so the accusations came about 10, 15 years ago. And just before he was charged, the statute of limitations almost kicked in.
Yep.
Days in before he was actually formally charged.
Oh, so literally last fucking minute.
Yeah, 11th hour, basically.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, this is, historical offenses that, ranged for 30, 40 years. And, a lot of the accusations did start to fall into the statute of limitations, except for a couple of them, which was what he was charged with.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It's sort of these are hard to prove because, that there's no evidence to really have it because you don't have biological, physical evidence and all that. It's all just testimonies and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of that is sort of, you're playing the heartstrings of the jury, basically. You're just trying to convince them
that everything happened.
Yeah, and it's just hard to do it without that kind of evidence. So that's where I see it as well. But in all honesty, it's just like he should like. I think that if then there was enough evidence to obviously convict him, because the first jury was hung.
Yeah.
So half did and half thought he did and all that, and then the other ones convicted him. So obviously the prosecution had a much compelling case. And it just shows that, especially in American system and any real system, actually, if you got money, you can get away with it. Because now the fact that bloody Bill Cosby got expunged of his record and all that kind of stuff. There's no way Harvey Weinstein's not going to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's still I wouldn't say money and all that. It all come because as you said, it was. I don't think money would have taken because, as you said, there was no physical evidence.
Yeah,
it was all just testimony. That's not money coming into it. That's just lack of
full evidence. No, but the fact that he had the money to go to the Supreme Court about it. Not many people get that privilege. You look at
that's true, but I just disagree with the statement saying money lets you get off.
But it basically does, though.
But at the same time, there's like I said, is because if there was more evidence, there's no matter how much money he would have been going to prison.
Yeah, well, he would.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he would, but he would fight. But the thing is, unlike other people, though, he has the resources just to keep appealing and keep going at it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you only get a certain amount of appeals.
Yeah. But the thing is with it though, you get maybe 2 appeals or 3 appeals or whatever it is.
I think it's normally 2 appeals, and after that, and each time
but the thing is though, with the amount of money though, you can just start deferring and start, getting, moving court dates and all that kind of stuff. You can start making these appeals go over a longer period of time. You can go there, present your case for half an hour or a couple of hours and go, okay, now I request a deferment to a later date so I can get new evidence and make up things. So you can just prolong this sort of whole thing, and you're wasting the taxpayers' money for the for the prosecution to now keep, fighting this case.
Yeah, but at the same time, even during their appeals, they're still in prison while they do it.
Yeah, of course. But but then there's always that chance that they will get out though, because look what happened with bloody George Pell. He got a massive privilege compared to what no other Australian has ever done. He got convicted, went to the appeals, went out, thrown out there, went to the Supreme Court, got thrown out there, went to the High Court of Australia to get his conviction overturned. No one gets past the first level. Very few people get to the Supreme Court, appeal.
Yeah.
No one has ever gone to the High Court and get their conviction overturned. That's because money, and he had a lot of money. And even though I think the church turned around and said they weren't going to pay for his court fees or all that. Bull fucking shit. I know for a fact that the church itself would have fucking thrown millions of dollars into that.
When you say you know for a fact, you have to back it up with evidence, especially on.
In my opinion. Channel. There we go. That's all I have to say. In my opinion.
Smart boy.
Yeah. So in my opinion, the Catholic Church had, I would say, gave him millions of dollars to help him do this. They would have funded this. And they turn around and say, no, we didn't do it. I'm bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. It is.
Yeah.
Okay, moving away from that one then, I guess. McAfee getting Epsteined. That's all I'm calling it.
Everything I've heard about that, his girlfriend said he was not suicidal. The guards are in fucking shock. They're like, nah, what the fuck's going on?
Come on. Yeah, nah, he definitely got Epsteined.
Yeah, everyone's around him saying there's no hope in hell.
Yeah.
He was suicidal and he would do that. Yeah,
okay. So he was obviously in a Spanish prison, and apparently he committed suicide, I'm putting that in quotations, because he was recently, the extradition was approved for him to be sent to America for trial in two different states. One for tax evasion, once in one state, and in New York for a cryptocurrency pump and dump scheme.
Yep.
So So the Spanish court approved his extradition, and like no more than like 72 hours later, he commits suicide.
When there is no evidence that he was mentally
and
ill.
even though he was an outspoken critic of, that Epstein killed himself, he's like, there's no way Epstein killed himself.
Yeah, and as well, girlfriend saying that he was not suicidal, even at least she had spoken to him earlier that day.
Yeah. That's just like, because there's the going theory about it behind it is that, McAfee knew about, Epstein's friends, and apparently a lot of them would be in, very powerful positions, like in the government.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So they thinking like, the CIA had a deal or worked alongside with the Spanish government to Epstein him, basically.
I'm not sure. CIA.
The CIA would have had something to do with it.
No. It's pretty easy to just not so much have a CIA, but just say, I don't know, an office aide that works in the embassy over there, go and hand someone a few $1,000s.
Yeah, all approved by the CIA though. They're the ones who directly do anything that's overseas. Because you got your NSA, which obviously focuses
on national security.
Yeah, which is national. Then you got your FBI, which is your federal, so that's your Fed. But your CIA, they're your spies. They're the ones that go around the world. So they pretty much. So the CIA, in my opinion, definitely had an opinion on that, or not had an opinion, but they had something to do with it.
Yeah, just don't start throwing too many things out there.
Yeah,
I personally don't want to fucking visit. Thank you very much.
No, they're not going to visit us. We're not influential enough,
dude. I will say thank you to everyone that watched.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
last video. Would you shut up for a second?
Hey.
Yeah, we went from averaging like 10, 12 views to next 96, and I just went, holy shit.
Yeah, and we also got 5 new subscribers, so up from 8 to 13. So very appreciated of that, actually.
I can probably guarantee most of them are people that we know.
Probably, but I don't really care though. Like, I don't care if we know them or if we don't know them. It's the fact that we got the subscribers, which we're so grateful for, because that shows that there is some kind of interest.
I still can't believe we got fucking 96.
Yeah, almost 100 views, but maybe this video, maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, probably not this one. Like we're neither of us are at our best tonight.
Well, yeah, and only because, Friendly Geordies has been a bit quiet on both YouTube and Twitter and all that, but obviously I reckon that's due to the advice his lawyers have given him.
Yeah, and also, let's face it, I reckon those 96, pretty much all of them are Aussie viewers, because simple fact is Friendly Geordies, and the thing that when they're typing in searching for Friendly Geordies, and the next it comes up us, and it's like, hi.
Yeah, because I've noticed, over the last couple of weeks, I'm like, I have a major hate boner for fucking John Barilaros. A major hate boner for him. I every couple of days I tweet at him just saying you're not criticize
me.
Oh yeah, just give me a second, I'll catch up.
And to think he's more of a beer drinker than I am, and yet
only because I'm talking. All right. So we have the cause now. Oh, God. I can't even imagine what this one's going to be like.
To our death.
To our death.
Oh, that's even
weaker. Oh. That's even weaker. I knew it.
And it tastes like fucking honey.
It tastes like what?
Honey.
I don't even get honey. I just get...
Fucking sip again. It tastes like fucking honey.
Oh, yeah, now I taste it. What the fuck is wrong with you, America? This is not beer. Seriously.
Yeah, but then again, you got to think IPAs are getting big in Australia, so I don't really blame on that one.
What, Indian Pale Ales?
Oh, just all the flavoured beers.
Your craft beers and all that kind of stuff.
They're getting very big in Australia, but yeah, I'll stick to my twos, Asahis and Crownies.
Yeah, jeez, what the fuck? And we still got
Fuck the cause. I'm drinking the Budweiser. The cause you can have.
No, well, unfortunately, we've already got the two more in front of us. And if you look down to your left, you've got 2 more down there. Yeah.
Oh, you're a prick.
No, we're splitting this down the middle. We got 50-50 on this, brother. No, but okay.
You obviously got a 6-pack of Budweisers.
Six-
Oh shit! Yeah, that's wait 1, 2.
So the 6-pack of
1, 2, 3, and oh shit!
so the 6-pack of Coors right here. I'm gonna put that in front, full display right there. And the 6-pack of Budweiser, which I'm gonna toss over to Brendan so he can put it on his side. Happy 4th of July, you fucking weak pricks. Jesus Christ.
Fuck the Coors. And I'll finish drinking it, but fuck that.
Jesus.
I don't want that. Tasted sweet as shit.
Okay, but so given the option, out of the two, what would you drink? That's now the question. Like, if you
Son of a bitch, this is only 1.1% a drink, right? 8.3 grams of sugar.
Jesus Christ. Wait, is that per serve? That's per 100 mils.
And this has 339 mils.
Wait, this is weird. So, that's so weird because it's 330 mils, right? Per 100 mils, it is 8.2, you said?
Per 100 mils, sugars 8 point...
No, wait.
Oh, wait, no. 0.3
That's zero.
grams.
That's zero.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's dark on this side.
Okay, so per serving, and this is just over a serving, a gram of sugar.
Okay. And what's a bud? What's a bud?
Budweiser does not have nutritional value on its things.
Actually,
sorry, I'm a type 2 diabetic, so
yeah, which is actually,
and I'm trying to cut all sugar out,
Yeah.
so this is like interesting for me.
yeah, which is actually weird. Have you ever seen a nutritional value on beer before?
No, not really, which is surprising, but good for me, especially. Well, you've seen how anal I'm getting about what my thing with, and not in there either.
Okay.
But you're starting to see how you've seen how anal I'm getting when it comes to what I have that has sugar in it.
Yeah, like, well, you see me as well. Like, how much sugar do you think I consume?
Yeah,
and that's the thing with me is because one of my favorite coffee drinks or drinks on the go is the Suntory Boss coffee cans, which are either you get your lattes or your long blacks and all that kind of stuff, and they come in steel cans, right?
fucking awesome.
And I drink the black coffee because I only ever drink black coffee. And I went to the service station because I was on the way to work, and they're like, "Oh, we have the Suntories." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." So I go up and I'm like, "Oh shit, they only got the vanilla latte or the latte." So I was like, "Fuck, I'll just grab the latte one, give that a shot, shake it up and all that." I take a sip. All I could taste straight off was the sugar.
Yeah, I had a latte one the other day because they were out of blacks.
Yep.
And I know what you mean.
Yes.
Because it was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, like literally, if you just cut out, you can't cut out all sugar, but just like stop adding sugar to a lot of stuff, and stop consuming the stuff that has like high content of sugar. Do that for about a week, then go and have something, like a sugary, not so much a sugary drink, but drink like a nice coffee for instance.
Drink a Powerade.
Anything like that. Like the first thing you taste is sugar, and then it's the drink afterwards.
Yeah, like with me, I'm down to just basically sugars in my coffee my one coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Other than that, as you know, is 99% of the time, the rest of the day I'm drinking just water.
Just water, yeah.
But even then, like toast or crumpets, in the morning. Lunch is whatever. But yeah, with me, I'm just cutting as much sugar out as possible.
Yeah. So, because you can't avoid the natural occurring sugars like what's in fruit and vegetables and all that. That's a given.
Fructose.
Oh, the glucofructose, which is the corn syrup.
Yeah. It's also natural occurring sugar. It's also the natural occurring sugar of fruit and veg.
Yeah. That's stuff you can't avoid.
No.
But, that shit is actually, designed to go into the body.
Yeah, go into the body and for your body to process it.
It's not the fucking, sugar.
Processed.
It's not like the cornstarch syrup or not the sugar cane that's meant to be pumped into your body.
I know I might get flack for this, but because all the big issue with palm oil.
Oh, yeah, palm oil, that.
But palm sugar is fucking tasty.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I can understand where the flack comes from because even though it is a much healthier alternative and all that kind of stuff, it's just that the conditions in which it's obtained for us, it's very inhumane and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but palm sugar is fucking tasty.
It is. It's just that and it's not. I don't think it's even sustainable enough. That's the.
No.
That's what. See.
Only time I ever really used palm sugar was when chefing. So
yeah. Fuck. Oh yeah. So McAfee getting Epstein and that. So
sorry.
No, that's all good.
Sidetracked.
Who cares?
For a change, it was me, not him.
Yeah, what a shocker. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say, really. It's like, the US government, and if not them directly, it would have been the CIA had something to do with his death. Like, because it was just, he even though he's been on the run from the law for so many years.
Yeah, but like I said, yeah, I will agree with you. He didn't kill himself. Not when he has his girlfriend saying, literally, when she spoke to him earlier in the day, he was not suicidal, not depressed. He was getting ready for it.
Of course. That's what I mean. Like I said, I used in the trial against him. He would have just...
He could have easily made a deal.
Oh, big time. Hugely. Like, he probably wouldn't even got convicted, but I think the government was just like, no, we can't risk it. When they literally just couldn't risk it.
No, not the government per se.
The some higher involved. Up. Someone higher up.
The people involved.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
All right, go on.
I think maybe Biden had him off because he's Hunter's dealer.
No. I remember a story. No, there's an actual story that I read. I don't know how true it is because I read it. I can't remember where I read it. But apparently Hunter...
Babylon B.
No. Hunter Biden used Joe Biden's government credit card to buy a Russian hooker. Yeah, so apparently it got leaked that that his text messages got sent out, or got leaked, and that apparently trying to hire a high class Russian prostitute in Los Angeles many years ago, and they had the fork over money. So it shows that through the phone record, he's tried to do some transfers, and his card's declining every time. So he's used his father card, which I think at the time he was VP or a senator or something like that.
Ooh.
So it shows up, and apparently there was messages and all that other crap, and apparently there was we'll just come in, I just love it because apparently there was a text where it would be like, oh, he was messaging someone, it's like, oh, all we're going to do is have sex, maybe shoot a porno and smoke some crack. I just love the escalation. No, it's just like, yeah, let's have sex, and at the same time, why don't we shoot a porno and maybe smoke some bit of crack as well. Tick, tick, tick.
Oh, look, it's Hunter in his prime.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I will say I'm still so pissed off with how the media handled that.
Handled what?
Considering the timing, I will say timing was a little sus of when all the information dropped, but then they ignored it like the fucking plague.
Well, I'm assuming CNN and NSBC or whatever it is.
Yeah,
pretty much. But I'm assuming Fox would have covered it.
No, they did, but even then, not much.
Yeah.
But it was a massive.
See, yeah, but but what else was going on at the same time though? Because obviously there was something much more major that went on at the time. That's what I'm saying. Was there a conflict, or was there some escalation and issues and all that kind of stuff?
It's just because the election was coming up. That's why they avoided talking.
Yeah, of course. Well, because they wanted to get
it was all the information about Hunter Biden and Miasma, or whatever the fucking company's called.
Oh, in the Ukraine.
Yeah,
yeah,
and all about that. Then all about Hunter's drug abuse, everything like that. Including a few things I do not wish to repeat, especially on YouTube. But yeah, there's a There's a journalist that was covering it as well, that if you say his name, any video that you put on YouTube does get struck.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, what a faggot.
Completely censored. If you even mention the journalist's name, because he was looking into it and
Okay.
investigating it and coming up with factual evidence.
Yeah.
And so they silenced him. Silenced a few journalists, actually. But yeah, and they just refused to report on it. It's like, yeah, well, here's all this shit that you hid from the general public before a massive election that shows a candidate's character.
Yeah.
Funny that.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, my retort to that would be Murdoch had his hand in something. Because Murdoch also is he's very influential in America as well.
Yeah, but wasn't Murdoch bloody a Trump supporter?
Yeah. But the thing is, though,
all this shit that could hurt Biden, but he's like, nah, hush it up.
No, because Murdoch wasn't in favor of Trump until he started noticing actually Trump's going to win. So he started backing Trump. That's what I mean. So he saw that
he only backed him when he started seeing profit in it.
Yeah, so he saw that, Biden's going to be a winner, so he started backing Biden.
Yeah. Still, like, journalism's dead.
Pretty much, it is.
Oh, mainstream journalism's dead, and it makes me so sad. They used to be good at their jobs.
Yeah, I guess. But, what can you do? If you gave them too much...
Burn the system down and start anew.
Oh, so just pure anarchy?
No, I'm talking about journalists or journalism these days. Burn the whole system down and start anew. Oh, wait. We're already doing that with independent content creators and journalists that are appearing.
It's not like YouTube's actually trying to help these guys either.
Oh, shit, no. Half of them are getting silenced as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you see the contrast of someone, some content creator puts up a video, let's say, talking about, let's say an example is, the Israeli-Palestinian incident that happened.
Yeah. That's they're struck.
Oh yeah, demonetize or not,
demonetize, restricted viewing, private viewing,
Exactly. Oh, but then you have Conan O'Brien or freaking Bill Maher or someone talk about the exact same topic, full monetization, ads and everything.
And it's like, here, we'll even put you on the front page.
Yeah, trending and all that kind of stuff.
But then again, that's celebrities being able to do what us plebes aren't allowed to do and get away with whatever the fuck they want.
Well, because they know they're going to get views. They know that they're going
to make money off it.
Yeah, they're sponsor safe. That's why. We're definitely not going to be sponsor safe. We're going to have to rely on sponsorships when the time comes.
Yeah, shit. No, and to be a sponsor, you'd have to be ballsy as shit with us.
Well, trust me. I think there's a few sponsors out there that will be happy to come with us.
Carl Smallwood. I would love to do his thing of with sponsorship and all that.
Yeah, well,
like his view on sponsorship. He's got 3 rules.
Yeah.
Shit, I have to remember. Brain work. They get a 5-10 second thing at the start saying this sponsors like this.
Yep.
Sponsored
which is
by
fair.
Number 2. He has full creative control over how he does it.
Yep.
And number 3, and this is the 3rd rule that he has is he wants the ability to let the audience know how much he's getting paid, so they know how much that company values their time.
Okay, that's good. That's really good.
And almost never gets sponsored.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Because it's because
it's the creative control. Most of them don't. No. As he says, most of the time, as soon as he says rule 2, creative control,
they back out.
Nah.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Okay, I thought it would be number 3.
No, creative control.
Really? I thought because it'd be the whole monetary thing because they don't want to disclose how much they're paying this person.
And on that now, welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. I could not.
Hey guys, have you heard of this new game called?
I'm sorry, I really couldn't resist.
Oh god, like I don't even know what else to talk about with news. I think I just want to
No,
talk.
remember what I told you
What did you tell me?
about the streamers?
Oh yeah, you could. Okay, you bring it up now.
Okay, so the hot tub streamers and the hot tub streamers, the ASMR streamers that are obviously extremely provocative, are now starting to get banned and removed from Twitch.
God damn it, that just throws my plans out for Twitch. I was going to do hot tub streaming, you know? I've got nice man titties. I think that could have...
Only if you let me take waxing strips to you.
No, you're going to go full natural, mate, with this whole thing.
Trust me, he's so hairy it'd be like waxing a cat.
Okay, so, ASMR and
Like
hot tub...
I know
the provocative...
provocative ASMR. There's a very big difference.
Yeah, I know what you... Yeah.
Like these are ASMRs where basically the chick's bending over, licking something with a microphone right there. That's obviously making it sound like she's...
Yeah, of course. Like, she's giving a blowjob.
Yeah, and it's like... So it's obvious. And yeah, I think one of them's banned and the other one's soon to be.
Yeah.
Like the two big ones.
See, my opinion on this, of these female streamers that do this kind of stuff is that in a way I sort of am envy of them in a way.
You know what? Want to know my opinion on them?
After mine.
Go for it because I'm...
Okay, what's yours then? Just get over and done
Get
with.
the fuck off Twitch. It's a fucking gaming site.
Well, it is gaming, but it is also the social aspect of, like, you know, other podcasts.
Get the fuck off a gaming site, gaming streaming site.
Yeah.
Go fuck off to another one. Leave us with our happy little world and fuck off with your shit. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. But I do envy them because, you know, the fact that, like, that they're able to make so much money on virtually...
Here's the thing, they're making so much money off fucking 12-year-olds.
But it's softcore porn. It's not porn, though. That's the...
Yes, but at the same time, because it's on a site... Because it's not age-restricted, thus most of them... are under the age of 18, let alone 16.
Yeah.
And that's shit they should not be watching.
They should not be watching. I know that. But again, but the thing is, it's softcore, though. There's no nudity. That's where...
Some of them have.
Well, then with those, they get, like, insta-banned. Like, nudity is...
No.
Oh, really? Like who?
They have been very, 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 very lenient with them.
Oh, well, that's known with the Twitch mods because they're all fucking, like, you know, they're all incels, basically.
They're all simps.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're not on Twitch. We can turn around and say they're simps because, as we all know, simp is a bad word, and you can't say that on Twitch.
Simp is someone that lets other people get away with certain people.
Okay, yeah. So
whatever the fuck they
so
want,
obviously from this day,
no matter moral standards.
Yeah. So from this day on, simp is now going to be we're going to call it as Twitch mod now. So a simp is a Twitch mod. So Twitch mods, you know, allow them to get away because they're like, ooh, yeah, maybe if I...
Can we, instead of Twitch mod, just T mods?
T mods, yeah, fuck it, TM.
Yeah, TMs.
Yeah, you know, just like, hey, you know what? Just fuck them.
Australians' wonderful ability to have one or two words and reduce it down as much as possible.
Pretty much. Kind of like their beers, actually. Kind of like America's beers. Just reduce it as much until there's nothing.
I still really don't like the taste of this.
Oh, neither do I, but I'm...
Yeah, do me a favour.
I'm to my
Wait, do you have... No, you don't. Shit.
What don't I have?
Because after I finish this, I want a shot of tequila to get rid of the taste.
Or... I do have the tequila here, but I don't...
That's why I was like, shit, you don't have it.
But there is a glass.
True.
It's up to you, my friend. Because...
Tequila port. Fuck, I wish I had a coin.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, like I do envy them because like they literally, you know, mastered a formula basically.
Like, here's the thing. Yes, they mastered a formula. Yes, they did this. The fact they were targeting underage kids is what pisses me off.
Well, I mean, because when you're 12 and 13, especially with boys, you know how extremely horny they get because all these hormones just rush into them.
Yes, but why go? Why go give money for shit when it's fucking free?
Well, okay, because someone actually puts in a really good argument into that on one of the podcasts that I listen to. Because anyone can just look up porn and you can just watch, some, blonde bitch gets rammed by big dick, right? But and there's no, and it's just a video. But with these Twitch streamers, it's more, it can be more personal because you send them money and it comes up with the message and they read it out. And they're like, oh, thank you, XX, I'm like, something like their name in it. So it
Thank you so much, Reaper Dude.
exactly. So it's all more of a personal level in that way.
Thank you so much, Reaper Dude. Now here's my asshole.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's sort of like, so what would you rather if, it was just some random porn video, or would it be, someone who's like, oh, Brendan, or, Brendan,
I'd honestly prefer the porn video because then I've got like about 2.6 million different videos to watch.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but the thing is though, it's on that more
And
personal.
I just pinch your VR and go for a POV one.
Hey, that's my VR. Fuck you. There's no porn on that one, only games.
Nah, but pinch a VR and just go a POV, and it's like, okay, we're good.
But that's what I'm saying is that porn is just porn, but this can be a bit more personal because you can because this person can communicate to you.
Okay, then there's a thing then. Okay, fine. They want to do that. Yeah, okay. Age restrict the fucking shit.
But then if they do, they just lose all their customers because no one over the age of 18 is going to be doing it unless they're freaking incels.
And they'll still make a fortune.
Yeah. No, they won't. Actually, maybe with the incels. But like what I'm saying, but the thing is though, you're going to
or the repressed office workers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying.
Oh wait, no, they go for bondage.
Yeah, but yeah, but the thing is though, they're not. But the thing is, then they'll be they will lose, a major viewership though.
Yeah, but I'm very, you know what I'm like.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to anyone targeting fucking kids, I no.
Yeah, kind of like what. Yeah, like what Jewel did with kids.
Logan Paul.
No, Jewel. The vape company. They okay. Yeah, because what they did was they actually for some reason they started advertising on Nickelodeon.com. Oh, both Nickelodeon and Jewel got into major shit for that.
As they fucking should.
Yep. So anything targeting kids is obviously bad.
Yeah. I've got special hatred for it, especially for grown adults that are taking advantage of kids on a fucking, especially on a platform that's not for them.
Yeah, well, what is the minimum age you can sign up on? What is the...
Anyone can fucking lie. That's the issue.
That's yeah. So, and how you meant to monitor everyone? That's the thing, because not everyone who's on their streams. Like, I've got the account. We've only streamed on there a couple of times, and
I know,
we've done it.
And I have as well.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying, but we haven't done it in like so long since Ghost of Tsushima because I just haven't really got the time to do it just yet. I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks I can just start doing a little bit of live streaming here and there.
Do you want to? Should we stream our No Man's Sky play?
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll organise a day, and then we'll make an announcement on maybe hopefully next week's episode of a day where we can just record or just stream that.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Because I end up because it's latest patch in No Man's Sky. It's a massive graphical update, so I've went and got it. I already had it on my PS4. I now have it on the computer. Justin's like, nah, you and me are gonna fucking team up, and we're gonna fucking do this properly. I have purposefully not played it on my PS4 or on my PC because I'm waiting for the first taste of the graphical update is be with this ugly prick.
No, fuck you. Yeah.
Don't deny facts.
Hey, the beard's coming back.
And I've been nice by not playing it, so fuck you.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's all I've got to say on the Twitch and all that.
Yeah, it gets me angry.
Yeah. Oh, let's get into some stories now.
Oh, but one more thing.
Okay, last thing then.
I'm very, very excited about what's coming out on Friday.
Okay, talk about it.
So I was not planning on getting a new game this week. Not at all. And then I played a goddamn demo.
What was the demo again, sorry?
Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Okay.
Trial demo on Nintendo Switch. It allows you all your progress to carry over. I even edited my little creator card that other people, when you end up having multiplayer in the whole game, it actually shows up. My little thing I put at the bottom, it's like Pokemon, but better.
Kind of is, yeah.
But better.
Yeah.
And I had this is only meant to be like a 4-hour trial thing. Like they've set the level cap at level 11 for the trial. Everything carries over. As I said to him, if they had not set the level cap, I'd be level 25 because what's meant to only be a 4-hour trial.
Yeah.
I spent 15 hours on.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, I think I'm getting it.
Yeah, he's the kind of person that when he plays games, he basically just grinds and grinds. Like
I became an overpowered motherfucker.
pretty much, like I've never seen someone grind so hard like he does.
You got to admit, I am good at it though.
Oh yeah.
Like, but yeah, I become as OP as possible in my games as fast as possible to the point I've even made him go for fuck's sake.
Pretty much, yeah. Because it was like, because I remember watching you play Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Yep.
And we had the final boss. All right. Then we had the final boss. Oh, yeah. Then we had the final boss. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, then the final boss. There was 4 fucking final bosses. And the final...
And one of the bosses I purposefully did not use... What was it? My
sword.
Prison
shape,
an unbreakable sword. And it's just like, because I was just melting them.
Pretty much. Yeah. And
I still melted
and
them.
also, one of the final bosses, you had to face twice. So he was the final boss, and he was also the final boss. And it was like, what the fuck? God damn it, Kiwami 2.
Yeah, but there has been one game you've seen me grind like a motherfucker and made you go, oh, holy shit. It wasn't Ghosts, it wasn't RPG though.
Oh god, well, would you sit here?
Was it Alama?
Kingdom of Alamar. I don't think it was Kingdom of Alamar.
Because I got pretty OP in that.
You did,
quick.
yeah. you actually had to turn up the difficulty on it.
Yes, I did. Twice.
Yeah. This is a man who only ever played on like normal. When I play my games, I play it on normal first, and then my second playthrough, I always go up to the next to the hardest difficulty.
And don't talk to him about XCOM. He's a fucking masochist.
Oh, dude! Like I play it on impossible difficulty, and I have to install
mods to make it harder.
I have to install about a minimum of like 5 mods that make the game harder. Just because I'm that much of a masochist when it comes to that game.
Whereas me, I'm happy with normal. I'm happy with normal difficulty.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few things I'll put on easy because I just want to focus on the story and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, most things, like, you should, if, I would go back to FF10 if it wasn't for the bullshit with the dodging of the lightning.
Oh, FF10, yeah.
If I didn't have to dodge that lightning 200 times in a row to get something that completionist in me can't say no to.
Yeah.
I've done it once before. It was a very traumatic experience. I do not want to go through that again.
Yeah.
And trust me, I've played some games where the fucking... to get some shit is an insane fucking small chance. We're talking 0.0001% chances.
Yeah.
And I've grinded to get them, but fuck dodging lightning 200 times in a row.
Yeah.
Or fuck the jump rope challenge in FF9.
Yeah. Like, well, even with one of the VR games that I'm playing, Into the Radius, which is based off the book Roadside Picnic, or better known as based off or inspired by the game of Stalker.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same concept. And I shit myself in that game like every time because it is got horror. It is a horror game.
It's jump scare. Is it more jump scares?
It's not even no. So basically, so you have these things called anomalies.
Yep.
And each anomaly does something different. So you have something that shoots lasers at you. There's other ones that sort of like crushes you with pressure. Other ones just zaps you with lightning, etc., etc.
Yep.
And then the enemies are varying. Like you got ones that are like shadow creatures, then you got ones that are like darker shadow creatures, and then my favorite and also the ones I hate the most are mimics.
Everyone hates a mimic.
Oh, but these mimics aren't actual like normal mimics. So what they're just like these little like balls, like little strands and that, and they're super fast, and they just jump up and launch at you.
Ooh.
And imagine, if you're playing in a VR game, it's just all you see is this, boom, and there's this just black blob that just rushes at you.
And thus, it's a sort of a jump scare and a holy fuck.
Well, because your reaction is when something jumps at you, you go fuck, and you flinch, and you're like, oh shit, lost it. So, and when you're trying to shoot it in the hand, you're like, I'm missing every shot. So I've come up with the game plan now.
Yep.
Let it jump at you while maintaining a knife in your hand, and just.
Because it jumps constantly at your face, yeah?
Well, no, because what it does, if it jumps and it launches at you, if it misses you, it sort of stays on the ground, and it has to sort of, like the game, I think...
It reorientates itself?
The
AI reorientates.
Yeah, so the AI has to take a few seconds to realize, okay, the action's complete. Yep. So that gives you enough time to run up and just start slashing at it with a knife. And I found that...
Or if it jumps, like, have the knife in your hand and just hold it in front of your face since it comes at your face.
But the problem is, though, because the game doesn't read that that's an action, so you have to do...
You have to do the motion.
You have to do the motion because it doesn't...
It's the motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So... Yeah, so every time I'm out here playing it and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a mimic. I'm like, oh, okay, try and shoot it from a distance. Oh, missing. Oh no, it's coming for me. Put the gun away, get the knife ready to go. All right, let's do this.
Dun 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 dun.
Pretty much. All right. Story times. And now, instead of security this time, I think I want you to talk about the chef days. Now, give us a story from your chef days.
Okay.
Before crack your beer.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a think. Because there's a few.
Yep.
I will not mention places I have worked. I will not mention names. For the simple fact that I'm not in that industry, and trust me, that industry, it can bite you in the ass. So yeah, as a few people know, I was a chef for quite some time before I started getting into security. Over my many years of work, I encountered some really fucking stupid shit. As you would, because in working as a chef, you learn that for something called common sense, it's a fucking rare occurrence.
Common ain't so common.
Think of common sense as a white item in a game.
Mm-hmm.
People that have it are beyond legendary. That's how fucking common it is.
All right. So, what's the story that's brewing in your mind at the moment?
Okay, I'm thinking about the customer that came up. I've told you that I sort of ripped into.
You have to sort of re-jog my mind, and also you have to tell the story now because you've sort of intrigued him. Like,
okay,
what did you go? So
this is gonna be a fun.
So was it on the same level as like a Gordon Ramsay as what he did for like Hell's Kitchen?
Oh yeah, I tore into someone.
Okay, so set the scene for us. Set the scene.
Okay, so scene was a busy Saturday night. Keep in mind on Friday night as well, just like fairly busy, but Saturday nights are obviously given. I was the only chef. I'm only chef in that kitchen. We have 400 to 500 covers for that night.
What the fuck?
400 to 500 people.
Yeah, I know what cover. I worked as a waiter.
400 to 500 covers for that night.
Yeah.
I have 25 dockets in front of me, and you know the varying sizes that can come into a kitchen docket.
Yeah.
It can go from anything from 3 to 4 items to about 20.
Okay, so...
And yes, just me.
Okay. Why was it just you, though? Was it...
That's just how it is. I was running the kitchen.
Okay, but so how many... So So you had
It was a bar. It was a tapas bar.
tapas bar. So
main alcohol, but there is food.
yeah. So you did 400 to 500 covers that night, was it?
That was average.
Average. And so
For Saturday night.
but how many
that's from 5 o'clock.
Yep.
In the evening to 11 o'clock at night.
But how many covers in the room at a time though?
About 250.
250 covers.
At least.
Oh, that's a pretty big for a tapas bar.
Yeah, I know.
That's really big for a tapas bar.
I know. We got the numbers. Our limit was like 400.
Okay. So you've got 20 dockets.
Yeah, I've got 20 dockets. I'm busting my ass, doing like 4 or 5 dockets at once. So I had plates everywhere and all that. Now, there was a basic rule. All the bar staff knew it. All the waiters knew it. And it was one thing that I drilled in. Do not let customers come up to the goddamn window. Like, because there's a little window you can see into the kitchen. Like, I used to be able to keep my swearing down to a minimum because I was focused.
So was that like the service area? So you rang the bell?
Yeah, ring the bell, and it was like just open window and all that.
Okay, yeah.
So dockets were all underneath a window. I'd be going bang, 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 docket up. There you go. There's all the plates.
Yeah.
A later story, I'll tell you how I made a waitress cry.
Well, we've got time tonight. Like, we've got some
okay,
beers to finish tonight.
We'll start with the customer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the basic rule: do not let customers come up to the window, especially at 7 o'clock of the night, right in the middle of service.
When you're getting pumped.
I'm getting hammered.
Yep.
And then have them turn around and they walk up and it's like, oh, I'd just like to thank you for the meal tonight, everything like that. And it's like, yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Have a good night. And it's like, oh, just one thing. And it's like, okay, go for it. Straight away, I stop and I just drop my tongs on the bench. And I just turn, arms crossed, and like, yep, go for it.
Oh, no.
He's like, oh, this meal was lovely. But honestly, there's a few changes I would make to it. And it's like, straight away, my reaction is, okay, let's hear it. And it's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, where did you get these ideas? Oh, I just watch a lot of MasterChef and things like that. So you didn't go to culinary school? No. Have you worked in the industry before? No. So what the fuck makes you think you know better than someone that's been doing it for over 10 years? Oh, I didn't... Get the fuck out with your MasterChef amateur bullshit and fuck off. If you knew better, you would know not to come up to this kitchen in the middle of a fucking service. Fuck off. She angry and upset at the same time. Here's the thing. I saw one of the waiters starting to run towards her as soon as they started hearing me because they just went,
oh, fuck. They fucked up.
Fucking Christ.
They fucked up.
They saw the person in my window just went, oh, fucking Christ. The manager turned around and said, we're going to get a complaint tonight. And I was like, yeah, do you blame me? He's turned around and go, she said what's she saying? It's like, Master Chef. And he's just like, yeah, you don't say Master Chef to a fucking chef, you stupid bitch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck.
By that time I'd been doing it over 10 years.
Yeah.
I'd done my schooling. I'd done everything. I've worked in everything from a 2-hat restaurant down to your basic corner pub.
Yeah.
So I've got the experience in so much. I would have done it like, I don't give a flying fuck how you do it. You don't come to a restaurant to see how to get the food that you want it done. You get the food that is on the menu that appeals to you, and here you go.
Well, that's my opinion when it comes with, like, you know, when you're eating at a restaurant or something, you're not paying for the food, you're paying for the experience.
Yes.
It's always
the food is always a part of the experience.
Yes.
Here's the thing, you also, by paying for that experience and willing and bringing yourself to eat that food means you're trusting that the person in the kitchen knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. And then you're trying to sort of like reduce their abilities, like, oh, Master Chef. I'm like, Come on,
MasterChef's a fucking joke. You know those stress tests on MasterChefs, yes?
Yeah,
That's all day, every day at fucking work.
yeah.
They do it for a fucking 3-4 hours and they break down in tears.
Yeah. Oh, but I reckon MasterChef is a bit of a farce because the way that these people come into the show, like, oh, we're cooking these like, awesome meals and then as the show actually progresses on, you're like, hang on, how come like, this mother of four who doesn't work at all know exactly how to do like these kind of like complex skills and that. I'm like, nah, you're a chef. You're a chef somewhere.
One of the requirements to be on the show, you must not have worked professionally in a kitchen.
Is it? Have you actually looked into it?
Yes. You are not allowed to have worked professionally or been trained professionally in...
Was this because you were tempted to go on there and just win the show?
No, I just wanted to know what the fuck their criteria was and see if these people were just naturally skilled or they're full of shit.
So you think they're naturally skilled?
Yeah, like I will say there are a lot of home cooks out there that are good.
Yeah.
Do their own research, train themselves, and get really, really good. Here's the thing: being a cook in a home, being a home cook and testing yourself that way, compared to the industry, it's night and fucking day.
Yeah, but
just because you're a good cook doesn't mean you can survive in a fucking restaurant.
I don't know. I think there is some bullshit in the air because it's sort of like they get to the part and it's like, oh, this week it's the seafood challenge, and one of the celebrity chefs is going to show them how to fillet and debone an entire tuna fish, and they're like, all right, so this is how we do it. Done. Now it's your turn to do it, and then the next thing you know, they're just doing it themselves. Like, hang on, I'm pretty sure it takes a while to learn how to fillet a fish.
Here's the thing: we don't see all of it. That just cutting up, like, say a full tuna and all that.
Yeah,
you're looking at, like, if you're teaching someone, you're looking at like an hour or two.
Yeah,
because you have to be very precise how you're showing them.
Yeah, I think I guess,
but like
a lot of
basic fish is easy as piss.
Yeah, but I believe it is also a bit of like TV work, but it's also the fact it's sort of like. But at the same time, that even though you're showing someone like an hour or two how to fillet a fish and all that kind of stuff, it still takes a lot of practice, I would assume, to fillet a fish.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just like...
We'll say, like, I know how to, like, you make, like, with me, okay, cut, depending on the size of fish, you can actually grab the tail and just pull it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you could just, like, once you made all your cuts, you can pull the tail and glide your knife straight along
on the vertebra.
On the vertebra and take off that whole fillet and it's like ding.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to be very steady. Like, if you adjust your grip or let one of the vertebrae catch your knife,
you fuck the fillet.
Yeah. So you have to keep it steady and just, like, what I like to do is get it through and I put the tip on the chopping board. Okay. And then I just have that slight angle and slight little pressure and just shink.
Okay.
But yes, there are, like I said, there are a lot of home cooks, but yeah, you want to see the biggest you want to know what it's like, working in a proper kitchen. Watch a stress test in fucking, hell's in bloody MasterChef.
Yeah.
Watch how quickly they all break down.
Yep.
And to think you're doing that for 16 hours.
Yeah.
And they break down after 2. I do it for 16. Right. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
So I think it's my turn for a story.
Yeah, sorry. You know what I'm like.
It's a good,
especially when I'm talking hospitality.
Yeah, exactly. Because I actually do want to hear the bloody you making the waitress cry.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but she fucked up.
Exactly. But I still want to hear that story anyway. So my story, well, I've already said one already, but I think I've got like a couple more under my belt. This one, again, I would have to put it actually in a non-security work actually as well. It's actually sort of along the line of working in a job. And this is when I was working as a bussie actually.
Yeah.
So before I came into security, I worked as a bussie or, what do we call it?
Bottle bitch.
Basically. Or the proper term is...
Don't worry, I was a dish bitch.
Yeah, the proper term is a barback. That's the proper term for it. So I moved to Melbourne, and within like 2 to 3 days, I got a job. That's how quick I was. And it was
That's what she said.
Yeah, Fuck you. So I was a bar back in a nightclub. I don't care what I say to you. So it was called Spice Market.
Yeah.
So I go there for my sort of like trial, basically, where you sort of like work there for like an hour or two, and then they sort of like, okay, now you've got the job, so just come back, when we need, like, we'll send you out a roster and all that kind of stuff. So I go there for my trial, do my thing. They were quite happy with my work and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, so my trial period's out. One of the managers walks up to me and goes, actually, we're actually short-staffed tonight. Do you think you could work tonight? I'm like, yeah, sure, I can work for you. I can start right now for you. I'm like, oh, perfect. So get back out there. So I'm doing my thing and all that kind of stuff. And one of the hardest positions, I reckon, in any barback position is actually working the barback. Right. So you got the back area where you wash your dishes, stack glasses, and all that kind of stuff. The barback is the one who has to manage, the
restocking all the glasses,
restocking the glasses at the actual bar, ice wells, checking the beer or checking the liquor, making sure all the supplies and all that.
Restocking the stock literally as you go through the night.
Exactly. And when you're looking at this venue, which had like 6 to 8 ice wells, 20 fridges, like hundreds of glasses and this is something going on and all that kind of stuff.
Thousands of glasses, let's be honest.
Exactly. Yeah, but through the night.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't meant to be doing it. Right. So they're like, oh, okay. Hey, do you mind just doing a bit of bar back work? We'll only put you there for like half an hour because someone's on having their break. I'm like, it's no problem. I've done this stuff before. I'm all good. So I'm just there. I'm learning on the fly on a super busy night where we had like
sink or swim, bitch, sink or swim.
Yeah, where I was just on the fly learning where the ice comes from, where the beers are, and just like stocking everything, talking to them, getting their supplies. Like the cocktail bar's running out of this. All right, just let me run back to the fridge. Had to figure out where the fucking fridges were. Had to figure out where everything was on that night. I was stuck there for 3 hours.
On the barback.
As the barback. And then the head bussy, the supervisor, walks up to me and goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot you were back there. Like, we were just, I was like, hey, I don't care. Like, I've done this before and all that kind of crap. So on my first fucking night, I went from my trial period to literally working the hardest position in a fucking nightclub.
Nice. And how long were you there for?
So I started working there in September of 2017, and I worked through to about July of 2016 I started, and I worked through to July 2017. So I was there for like almost a year.
Yeah.
So
not bad.
Yeah. So I was, and then, they sort of had their consistent, and then they had their bar back come back and do their things and all that kind of stuff. And then in like the last 3 to 4 months before I quit and joined security and all that kind of stuff, I became the main bar back person.
Oh, pretty didn't come with a pay rise.
Oh, I wish it did, because the bar staff all loved me, because they knew as soon as they come and tell me, hey, can you get this for me? Sure. Within like 2 minutes, it's already there.
Yeah.
So
in other words, you did your fucking job.
Exactly. So I did all the washing. I did all the fucking rinsing out of the cocktail, shakers and that, making sure everything was there. Just everything was constantly fixed. Yeah. And I did that for a solid 3 months, and then it was just like, oh, you're leaving? Aw.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So I want to hear this bitch you made cry.
Okay, one not a bitch waitress. Yes, I might have been a little hard on her, but she fucked up pretty big time. Well, for my perspective, it was pretty big time.
All right. So was this the same venue?
Yes.
Okay.
So on one of the menu items we had was a pork belly.
Ooh.
Now, pork belly, like, as you know, it can take quite a while to cook.
Yeah.
Like burning hot pan, little bit of oil, put down fat side first, crisp it up, flip, then oven for like 15, 20 minutes. Now, I had handed this girl the docket for the correct table. 3 pork bellies.
Yep.
And another meal.
Yep.
She then proceeds to drop off 2 pork bellies at the correct table and then give the other third pork belly to a different table.
Oh, no. Oh.
And keep in mind, it says on the docket, 3 pork bellies,
Yeah.
this table.
And I know for a fact when you're working in a restaurant from the waiter side as well, all the meals must be delivered at the same time. No one gets something first. It's that and that.
7:30 at night on a Saturday.
Yeah. Even I know if there's 3 mains must be on that table as soon as you get there.
Shit always went down on a Saturday.
All right. So, okay, so she's given...
Yep, so she's like that, and I was like... And then she's realised.
Oh, and you can't take it off...
They've started eating it.
Yeah, and even then you can't take it off the table from her.
Nope. She runs back to the kitchen.
Oh, fuck.
I need another pork belly ASAP. How soon's ASAP? Like, now, 5 minutes.
You...
Me. What the fuck did you do? And that's where she's gone from nah to oh shit.
Yeah. Well, she knew.
Yeah, she was just trying to get in, get out, and get away before it was like, no, just get in. Get back here and tell me what the hell you did.
Yeah.
I gave the 2 pork bellies to that table, and then I gave the other pork belly to another table. What did the docket say? What did the docket say? 3 pork bellies to that table. Why the fuck did you give it to the other one? I don't know.
Oh.
She was just like, I was turning and I just put it down. Like she must have zoned out or blanked out. It's like, and me. Yeah, I swore she shat herself because I swear she would have been able to see the vein just go pop.
Yeah. So what did you say to her? That's the more important part.
Do me a favor and get the fuck out of my sight before I rip your head off and ram it right up your ass. And the look I gave is what I made.
Yeah.
That made her just pretty much start bawling her eyes out. And so they brought in a waiter from one of their other place. They swapped her out for another waiter.
Okay, yeah. For that section?
No, for the venue.
Oh, so you had that
there was
venue...
multiple venues close by.
Oh, okay.
Like very close by.
That were owned by the same person.
Yes.
So okay.
So yeah, she swapped out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got told she sort of balls her eyes out and was like, yeah, she fucked up big.
Yeah.
Then she came back demanding and telling me that she needs another pork belly in 5 minutes.
Mm.
He's turned around and said, oh shit. It's like, yeah, I was a lot nicer than I could have been. And honestly, I was.
Yeah.
And he's gone, yeah, she's a sensitive type. Shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, don't worry about it. Well, I'll deal with it. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
She went from waiting tables to being behind the bar.
Yeah. So got her off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best, because then if she fucked up again, she doesn't have to deal with you again.
Yeah, no, it's not so much she's fucked up. It's just she got flustered when she was delivering tables because she was in the middle. I think it was like she'd been there for 2-3 months, so she should have gotten used to it.
Yeah,
but she came in the middle of winter. I think it might have only been her 4th or 5th spring night when weather was starting to warm up.
But even by winter, you can sort of pick up the how busy it starts.
Winter's when you start hiring, because that way they're good enough for when summer comes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So by the time you hit spring, the person knows, they can see the incremental change of how busy it's getting and adjust to that. And if you
couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I say. If you can't get that into that mindset of oh shit, it's fucking busy, you're fucked.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing: like when I was a chef, because I was under the pump real hard,
Yeah.
especially in that spot, at that place. I was really under the pump. I was pushing hard, everything like that. So yeah, I was a short-tempered son of a bitch. I mean, there's a reason why they created a drink just for me.
Yeah.
2 names: Tombstone or Gravedigger, because both are gonna put 2 names for the one drink, because it's gonna put you in the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And I could actually do a funny story for that one.
All right. My turn for a story, actually.
Yep.
So I'm gonna actually deviate away from the work story, actually.
Okay.
But it is sort of related to work, because when I was living back in Sydney and I was working at this bar, for a bussy, basically, we decided one night we go Tuesday night, which is a uni night at a local nightclub. Right, so all of us, why don't we go out for the night? All right, sure. So first things first, we meet at this little Mexican bar, basically. And
You
for
have
that,
some fajita?
we didn't eat. It was just a bar.
Damn.
Yeah. This is because it's a very important part of that, because that night, we got there, we get to the bar, and there was about 4 of us actually, including myself. We're like, oh, okay, let's do some shots and all that kind of stuff. So, like, okay, and we'll do. It gets. Just wait till I get to it. So we start off. We have a beer first, and then we're like, all right, let's do some shots. All right, who's getting the first round? So I was like, all right, I'll get the first round. So we get up. The person, we're like, 4 tequila shots, thank you, and like, oh, sure. So they pour us 4 of this, like, the smoothest tequila I've ever had. I can't remember what it is, but as soon as if I see the bottle, I'm buying it.
Yep.
And then they
You have yet to see the bottle.
Exactly. And then they get orange instead of a lemon, they get orange wedge and dip it in cinnamon.
Yeah, I've had that before.
And it was just like, oh, that's so good. All right, so
dip it in cinnamon sugar.
Mm-hmm. So we put it down, and then like, and one of the guys were like, all right, I'll be back, and I'll go, what are you doing? Get back here. Another round for us. Another shot of tequila. And we did that 14 times after. So we did about 15 shots of tequila with plus a couple of beers. Then we get
There's a reason why the saying's 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
Yep. So I do about 15 tequila shots plus whatever I've had in beers. We get to the nightclub. We get into the door. We actually get in somehow. I don't know how.
Hallelujah.
And then we go up to we get to the nightclub, and we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? That is also when I found out, one of the fucking staffies is just turned 18. Oh, sweet. How about we do some Jaeger bombs? So we go.
He's only just turned 18.
Not me, the other guy.
No,
yeah,
he's only just turned 18, and you've just pumped him full of 15 tequila.
No, he wasn't part of the tequila.
Oh,
so he's already been drinking already, but he wasn't part of the tequila group.
Yeah, he'd be dead.
Exactly. So we get it. So we go up and go. All right, 3 Jaeger bombs each. So no, fair enough.
Jaeger, Red Bull.
Oh yeah, and this is it. Okay, then it goes. All right, here we go. Bang, 1. Bang, 2. Bang, 3. Bang, 4. Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing. After I finished that 4th bomb, nothing. I do not remember the rest of that night. Ha! All I remember is literally waking up in my bed the next day thinking, how the fuck did I get home? Ha ha! That's what I mean. It's like, nothing.
It sounds like my one of my birthdays in bed.
That's what I mean. I was that blackout drunk, and that was at 10 o'clock at night. It was gone.
And you woke up at what time in the morning?
I don't remember. It was so many years ago.
Well, we both know that you wouldn't have gone to bed until probably about 3, 4 in the morning.
For Sydney at the time, yeah, I would have gone to bed till about 4 o'clock in the morning. No, maybe 3:30 because I live quite close.
So you wouldn't have gotten up until probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, so easily.
Fuck me. So you're missing about 5, 6 hours.
Probably.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's us for the night, actually. Or do you want to go a little bit more?
I'm good.
All right.
We'll save the.
We'll save some more stories for later.
We'll save the tombstone gravestone for next time.
Okay.
Grave
Lead us out, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for watching The Standard Drink with your hosts, Brendan and Bo. Please remember to click subscribe and hopefully give us a like. We try and do this even though we're fucking useless at it.
Exactly. And also, I should also say right now, please do follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and that's about it, really. Just those.
He's a social media boy because I'm too old to get it.
All right, guys. Again, happy 4th of America to our American fans. If there are any out there, your beer is fucking weak as piss.
And even though I do love my American friends, there are a few of us.
Still weak as piss.
True.
And as always,
stay tipsy.
Stay tipsy, guys.